Hello everyone, how you all doing? And welcome to the live World Cup 2026 watch along between Belgium and Egypt, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me. Before I start, please don't forget, guys, don't forget to smash a like on the video, put your notifications on, subscribe to the channel if you're lurking in the background and all that jazz. It's good to see you guys, which should be a very entertaining game. Of course, I look at these two teams and they do remind me of each other somewhat, you know, two very capable teams, a little bit more even than the last matches we've seen. Of course, obviously nothing works out as teams envision. Of course, look at Spain drawing against Cape Verde today by 0-0, guys. 0-0 against Cape Verde. Unbelievable. That's one of the most amazing scorelines in World Cup history, if I'm being honest with you. You're talking about the European champions, Spain here. Now, we're going to get through the lineups, guys, if you don't mind. Let's go through the lineups in regards to Egypt and Belgium. Of course, Belgium highly rated. A lot of experience in this Belgium lineup, guys, because obviously Belgium, they've got some players there. They've been there for about 10 years now, if I'm being honest with you. But let me just go through the lineups real quickly, if you don't mind. So let me just bring this up. I'm going to add this to the stage. This is the lineups, of course. Now, we're looking at Belgium. Of course, we got Courtois in the team of Real Madrid, of course. Courtois of Real Madrid. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. We got Castagna. Castagna plays for Fulham, as we know. Castagna is the 30-year-old left back. We've got Michele. Brandon Michele plays at FC Club Brugge. Guys, he's the centre back. We've got Ngoy. Ngoy is Nathan Ngoy. He plays for Lille. Only 23-year-old, very talented centre back. We got Muniz, been around the block a little bit, 34 years old now. Lille, of course, used to play for the likes of Napoli, amongst many others. Played in Italy as guys for a long time. We got Tillmans, as we all know, Aston Villa's Tillmans. Yuri Tillmans is, of course, a Europa League winner with Aston Villa. We've got Amadou Onana of Aston Villa as well. So you've basically got a full Aston Villa midfield there. a full Aston midfield. We've got Doku and Manchester City, as we know. Doku, the winger for Man City. We've got De Bruyne, the legend of Man City, and now at Napoli, 34 years old now, but still doing his thing at attacking midfielder. We've got Trossard of Arsenal. Trossard playing at the 31-year-old winger for Arsenal. And we got Di Cattelere of Atalanta, the highly talented 25-year-old attacking player for Belgium. That's the team for Belgium. In regards to Egypt, we got Shobair, the 26-year-old who plays for Al Ali in Egypt. We've got Hani, who plays for Al Ali as well in Egypt. Al Ali, of course, are the main team in Egypt. He's on the right back. We've got Ibrahim, who plays for Al Ali as well. He's at the centre back. We've got Fatih, who plays for Al Wakra. Now, Al Wakra are a team in Qatar. Just to let you guys know, a team in Qatar, Al Wakra. Guys, we got Fatih. Of course, I just said that. Of course, a history channel. We got El Fatou. He plays for Zamalek in Egypt. We've got Lachine, who plays for the Pyramids in Egypt. Of course, gives you a clue. We got Ataya, who plays for Al Ali as well, dominated by Al Ali, this team, of course. We've got Zico on the left, who plays for Egyptian side Pyramids. We got Ashur, the highly talented Ashur, who plays for Al Ali as well. And we've got, of course, the legend Mohamed Salah. Of course, not Liverpool anymore. He's left Liverpool, but ex-Liverpool legend, of course, and Mamouche of Manchester City, of course. Going through the substitutes real quickly. We've got Penders, Mike Penders, who plays for Strasbourg. He is on loan at Strasbourg at the moment. Mike Penders, the goalkeeper, and of course the legend, the one and only Seny Lemans. I want Belgium to lose because they put Seny Lemans as the third choice goalkeeper. I think that's a disgrace. Seny Lemans should be the number one goalkeeper for Belgium. Absolutely. Let me just read through these quickly. After the guys, we got Joachim Sees, we got Kevin De Winter, Maxim De Kuiper, Alex Salamakers. We got Axel Witsel, been around Axel Witsel a long time. We've got David Moreira, Hans Vanaken, Nicholas Raskin, Dodo Lucabacchio. We've got Mateus Fernandes-Pardo. Mateus Fernandes-Pardo, of course, been linked to Man United quite potently over the last few weeks, of course, in the Belgian squad. Very talented player. Romelu Lukaku, another one at Napoli, ex-Manchester United influence. Now, we got it on the bench for Egypt. We've got Madi Solomon, Mohamed Allah, Mohamed El Shawani. And Mohamed El Shawani, usually, I've seen him play quite a lot. Very capable goalkeeper. We got Hossam Abdelmagoud. We got Hakim. We got Karim Hafez. We got Mohamed Abdelrahman. With Ramin Rabia, Tariq Allah, Mohamed Saiba, Nabil Dunga, Hussein Hassan, Hamza, Abdul Karim, Ibrahim Adel, Trezeguet, of course, been around a lot, and Zizou, of course, playing at for Egypt. Guys, that's the lineups. The manager, of course, is Rudy Garcia, who manages Belgium, the legend, of course, and Hussam Hussein, Hussam Hassan, who manages Egypt at the moment. Get your predictions in below, guys. Let me know what you think the score is going to be, what you feel that everything. I hope it's a good game. I mean, last game was a different game. It was backs against the wall for Cape Verde, but they made history. It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable performance from Cape Verde. One of the most beautiful defensive displays I've seen, and that comes from an ex-defender, right? So that was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful defensive display. Sometimes you can have beautiful attacking play. You can also have beautiful defensive display. And the goalkeeper, Vosinia, who plays for Cape Verde, his Instagram following has gone up 1 million already. His Instagram has gone up 1 million followers already. Unbelievable. That shows the hype of football, doesn't it? It really does. This game, Egypt against Belgium, will be played at the Seattle Stadium, of course, in Washington, USA, the Seattle Stadium. This is where it will be played today, of course, guys. So absolutely brilliant. Hope everyone is doing well. Don't forget, smashes those likes on the stream, guys. We can smash the likes before we get going. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. I appreciate it. Really appreciate you all. Of course, game's about to start. It's game's about to start, of course. And we are ready. We're ready in action. Absolutely. And hopefully it's a good game. What's my score for this one? I'm going to go for this is a tough one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Belgium today. I'm going to go for a 2-1 to win to Belgium. I think Belgium would just about sneak it today. I think they'll just about win this game today, in my opinion. I think it'll be a 2-1 win to Belgium, in my opinion. I think that's what it's going to be. Big up everyone, though. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for this FIFA World Cup 2026 game. Of course, it should be a good game, this one. More of a competitive edge about it. Maybe two teams who might want to attack each other. However, having watched the AFCON, having watched Egypt, one thing that surprised me about Egypt, if I was going to analyze Egypt from the AFCON, is the fact that Egypt were very pragmatic. They're very defensive. I was surprised by that. Considering the amount of attacking talent that they have on the pitch, I was surprised that they went very pragmatic. They went very kind of a negative sort of thing. I was a little bit shocked by that, in my opinion. But guys, thank you, everyone. Hope you're all well. We're waiting for the national anthems at the moment. Let me just read some of your comments. You absolute legends. Thank you. Listen, Mark, you absolute legend. Thank you so much for your generosity and kindness and support for the channel. I really appreciate it. You don't know what it means. I appreciate your generosity. You don't have to do that, but you do it, and it's an amazing it's amazing gesture from you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really, really appreciate it. After this other community, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. This should be a good game. 2-1 Belgium. You're like me. You're like great minds think alike, eh? I hope we see Le Mans sometime in the World Cup. Big up, Sal. Big up, my friend. Yeah, I mean, look, I would rather Sadio Le Mans stayed at home if they're not going to play him, rather than being the third choice goalkeeper. I think he should be the new number one for Belgium, I really do. I think he should be. But thank you so much, Mark, for your generosity and kindness. I really appreciate you, and I hope you're doing well. Good with this great community. What a great, generous, kind community. Thank you so much, Mark. Big up, Bobby. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Big up, Ephraim. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're doing well. 4 years time, sending a man's 100% Belgium's number one keeper at the next World Cup. Also, think he'll be number one. I think he should be now. I'll be honest with you, Jay. Can I be honest? I like to be honest sometimes. No, what I would say is that I think Belgium need to move on. And this is the biggest damning analyst of Belgium for me. I think with De Bruyne, with Witsel, with Meunier, with Courtois, the Lukaku, I think Belgium need to move on. I really do. I think they need to move on. I think Belgium need to find new players, and I think Sadio Le Mans should be the first choice goalkeeper. I think so. I think he's not better than Courtois, of course. Courtois' experience speaks for itself, but I do think that they need to look for a new generation. This golden generation that they supposedly had, that were ranked number one in the world for so long, but didn't win anything. It's just not worked, has it? It's not worked. Absolutely not. Absolutely. 2-1 says Ephraim. Big up, Marky. Thank you, Marky, of course. And anything, big up anything, anything, Ed. Anything, Ed. I'm going to call you. Big up, Ed. Can't even sleep till now after seeing the most favorite team getting drawed by a country. I don't even know. I mean, at the end of the day, one thing about it is that, football. I know you know football, but football, it's just like, if you go into a game, firstly, if you go in the game with the wrong attitude. Number two, if the game prolongs and you haven't scored, the game gets harder and harder as you go along. And that's the thing. It gets more and more difficult as you go along. And fair play to Cape Verde. Absolute fair play. It is actually one of the biggest. People I don't want to underestimate it. It's one of the biggest results in World Cup history. I mean, to draw with the European champions. You look at Cape Verde Islands, Cape Verde. You look at them and you think, look at their players. They've got second division players playing the second division in Portugal. The goalkeeper plays for Chavez in Portugal. The second division. And it's crazy. I mean, it's so nice to see him in tears as well. It's a beautiful moment, and that's what football brings. This is why it's the best sport in the world. It's the biggest and best sport in the world. It's because we get these days, we get these moments, and you can never predict. Football. You can never predict it. Everyone has a chance. When it's 11 against 11. Guys, everyone has a chance in football, and that's the beauty of football, I think. Absolutely. I think it was a beautiful moment for Cape Verde. I think they almost won it at the end, to be honest with you. There was a few stand-up performances. Lopez in defense, Borges in defense, Cabral, the left back, and Cabral, the other Cabral, who was the left winger, were absolutely phenomenal, along with Fasinia, the goalkeeper. Brilliant. And I'm so pleased for them. Honestly, I am. And it's good to see a little bit of competitiveness coming out, from teams you don't expect to have that kind of competitiveness. Obviously, we saw Curacao cave in against Germany. Maybe they played the wrong way, but they caved in against Germany and lost 7, should have lost 10, to be honest with you. And it was good to see. Le Mans should have been in goal, Richard. This is one thing I would say about Belgium. This is why Belgium won't win anything. And let me tell you why. They keep thinking about this past generation. They keep going on to the old generation, You have to move on. Some of that. England did it when they had the golden generation. You have to move on. You have to build a new club. You have to build a new team. I know that Courtois is more experienced and his know-how and da-da-da. But sometimes you just need to move on. You need to, I'm talking about Lukaku, Meunier, Witsel, De Bruyne. All these players have been there for years. They've been there for years and flat to deceive, knocked out by Wales in the European Championship, haven't won the World Cup, had a couple of good results here and there, and that's what I would say. Golden generation, they called them, isn't it? And they were ranked the top forever. Marcus, I've been critical of FIFA and the way they would World Cup is being run. I will admit it. I like the new national anthem touch where players are on the field at the same time. It's nice. Some of it's nice. Not everything is a negative, and people like to bring in negative. America does things amazingly well, right? They do things amazingly well in regards to commercialism, in regards to the spectacle that it brings, the graphics and stuff. It's amazing. They do things well. It's just that obviously the hypocrisy is what happened. But I just want to look at football as a unifier. Like tomorrow, I'm doing the New Zealand against Iran. Tomorrow, I'm doing New Zealand and Iran, and that is a massive game in regards to unifying people. You know what I mean? And Iran playing at this stage, guys. Listen, like I know what's going on. I'm in the Middle East at the moment, and I know what's been happening. And to have that game on tomorrow is going to be absolutely historical, isn't it? Cape Verde goalkeeper locked in like prime Buffon. It was an amazing performance. Anything, Ed? It was amazing performance, my man. Unbelievable and good to see as well. Good to see the emotion. Good to see him, getting his flowers. A 40-year-old goalkeeper. Probably been around the block. Probably never thought you'd get these moments. Got that moment, and this is the beauty. As I said, this is the beauty of football. It's the only sport that does this. It's the only sport that brings that emotion. And that's the thing. Absolutely fantastic to see. And you know what? To be honest with you, Spain didn't deserve to win in the end. And that probably best Spain threw everything at them as well. The most obvious team name in history, Egypt, Pharaohs, brilliant. Pyramids. The Pyramids is one of their teams, honestly. Hopefully you got my super chat. Marky Mark, yeah, I was saying thank you so much, Marky. You legend. Thank you for your super chat. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate your generosity and kindness, my friend. Thank you so much. And we have a great community here. We're growing day by day. Of course, you can't please everyone in life, but one thing we do is that we the real ones stick. The real ones stick. The real ones, the ones who've been here for ages, and we've been through ups and downs together. And it's great to have this community and great to watch this World Cup with you and enjoy it, and look forward to next season as well. Look forward to Man United next season with the Champions League and stuff and doing watch-alongs for the Champions League. It's going to be beautiful, guys. I'm so excited for it. I am. I'm really excited for it. And we got a lot of positivity going on at the moment, And this World Cup has just started. You never know what's going to happen in the future, do you? You never know what's going to happen in the future. But yeah, look, hopefully we get this game in particular in the Seattle Stadium is a good game. Let's hope so. Let's go for it. The kickoff is about to get underway. Everyone, Belgium will be kicking off from left to right, peeps. It was Belgium who'll be kicking off. And let's get this in. Let's hopefully we have a good game. Belgium against Egypt. One of the best teams in Africa against one of the best teams in Europe. Here we go. Underway. Belgium against Egypt. Let's go. So by 2-1 to Belgium, I'm saying 2-1 to Belgium. That is my prediction for the game, of course. Absolutely. Throw in already to Egypt on the near side of the right side. On the near side, throw into Egypt. Here they go. It's going to be a foul. That's a foul. I want you to watch out, though, guys, for number 8, Ashore, right? The number 8, Ashore, he's a naughty player, right? But he's a good player, a very good player, but he's always in trouble. I'm watching him at the AFCON, and he was always getting himself in trouble and stuff like that. Definitely. Yeah, look, as I said, like one of the main characteristics about Egypt in the AFCON is their slow play. And I was a little bit disappointed how they play. They were very pragmatic, and you're going to see that. I hope you don't. I hope they play a lot more positively, of course. But as you know, they're playing Belgium today, and it is a lot more of a difficult game, of course. Absolutely. Fatih passes out wide to out wide here to the number 3 there, Hani. Hani tries to find the number 11 there, Zico. Zico was on the right there. Of course, Mohamed Salah playing in this game. They need his experience. They definitely need his experience here in Washington. Doku, it's a throw-in. It's back here with Castagna. Castagna passes it to Ngoy. Ngoy back to Michele. And back to Courtois. Hopefully this isn't the vibe. Anyway, is Ngoy again. He's going to pass it out way long. He's aiming at the striker, Di Cattaneri. Good little back heel, but it's gone out. It's gone out for a goal kick. Yeah, a little bit of a blind back heel there from Di Cattaneri, the Atalanta man. A bit of a blind one. Yeah, I want. Like, there's been a lot of talk, obviously, about Egypt. Egypt had to remove the stars on their jersey because they said that they got 7 stars. Is it? I don't know what that represents. It might represent African nations, but they've been told to take the stars off their jersey. It's not allowed in the World Cup. You're only allowed to have the stars of how many World Cups you've won. And that's about it. That's what it is. Anyway, Egypt on the attack here, cleared away. Egypt for the win, says Dylan. Big up, Dylan. Hope you're doing well. Mido for Spurs and mid as well. Could off being a top player, but a few attitude problems. And he liked the cuisine, should I say. Marcus, the stadium in Seattle is absolutely beautiful. They're there to see the NFL games. It's also the loudest stadium in the country. It's intimidating. I liked the Dallas stadium, to be honest with you. I did like that. I do like the design of it. I do like the design of the Dallas stadium. I thought that was brilliant yesterday. I thought I wouldn't mind Man United stadium being designed in a similar pattern to that, because I felt that the atmosphere was good as well. Ed, 2 great teams in one match, but I think Egypt will win because of Salah and Mamouche. They are 2 stars of Egypt. They are. I'm a little bit concerned, though, Ed, about Egypt, because I did watch them in the AFCON. I did coverage of the AFCON, and I was a little bit concerned by their play. They're very negative in a way. Maybe that's a managerial thing. Maybe it's the manager who sets them up that way, but I just was a little bit concerned about the way they play. A little bit negative, in my opinion. Guys, there is a game on tonight. Saudi Arabia are playing tonight, of course. So whoever's watching that, I don't know, but good luck to both of those teams. I will be back tomorrow morning for the watch along between Iran and New Zealand, guys. So I'll be up early in the morning, guys, for you guys to watch that game. Absolutely, of course I am. I'm here all day long. Absolutely. Here come Egypt, though. Egypt on the attack. Egypt started pretty well, to be honest with you. They haven't started too badly. I mean, keeping the ball well. One of the main things that I was critical about him is the lack of chances created. Here's Ashore here. He's passed it out left. Egypt in all white playing today to prevent the kick color clash, of course. Keeping the ball well, slowing the game down somewhat, slowing the game down a little bit. This one is an interesting group, to be honest with you. Group, of course, because there are some teams in there. It's going to be some big matches in this group, to be honest with you. So when you're looking at the group, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand, I mean, you do expect Belgium and Egypt to go through. Of course you do. But Iran might have something to say about that, I think. And New Zealand, to be honest. New Zealand only lost 1-0 to England the other week. But Iran might have something to say about that. So, I mean, Belgium, Iran, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. I don't think this is a predictable group. I really don't. I don't think this is a predictable group. I think this could be a couple of surprises in this group, if I'm being honest. You never know. You never know, dear. Absolutely not. Anyway, throwing comes in. It's Ataya Lachine. Here come Belgium, though. Belgium on the attack. De Bruyne with a little back heel shot. Well defended by Egypt. De Bruyne again. Well played, good play from Belgium here with Trossard. Trossard, of course, playing on the right for Belgium today. Doku on the left. Here is Doku on the left-hand side, the number 11. One thing, there goes Doku. He's passed it in. De Ketelere, another little back heel. Here come De Bruyne. Oh, just wide from De Bruyne. A little curler there. It was a good strike, to be honest with you, but just wide of the post. Did the goalkeeper get a touch on it? Let me have a look. No, he didn't get a touch, but it was just wide. It just curled a little bit too wide there, but you can't give De Bruyne that kind of space. It will bury it. Definitely. With all his experience, he'll definitely bury that one. Definitely. Of course. Jay, Sal, would you take Amadou Onana for Man United, or is the name Onana scare you? Jay, yeah, I'm scarred for life. Onana, yeah, I'm scarred for life of that name. No, I would. I'll be honest with you. Depending who we get, I prefer Mateus Fernandes myself. I prefer someone like that. But if we don't sign, I think we need another midfielder after that. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think Aston Villa done incredibly well in Europe as well. They've done incredibly well. I wouldn't be opposed to the Onana deal. I think it wouldn't be a bad thing to do. It probably costs a lot of money because it's Aston Villa, it's England, it's the Premier League. It probably costs overly 70 million plus, wouldn't he, guys? And I would say get Mateus Fernandes in, and then we can move on to the next midfielder. I wonder who that's going to be. I mean, if we've got Edison and Mateus Fernandes, it's okay. If we get Alex Scott, if we get a midfielder like that, Ayoub Bioldi, he's been linked to Man United. Guys, there's lots of news going on about Ayoub Bioldi at the moment. We've got Ayoub Bioldi linked to Manchester United. Him, Mateus Fernandes, and Edison. It does look like quite a useful midfield. Added to the fact we got Kobe Mainoo as well. Kobe Mainoo's there as well, of course. Egypt here slowing the game down in defence. Of course, the two centre-backs are going to have a huge role to play in this game. Fatih and Ibrahim. They're going to have a huge role to play. One thing I would say about Egypt, a very tactical team, a very technical team. They're not one of those teams that are going to obliterate you through pace and stuff. Onana's on the floor. Speaking of Onana, Mohamed Salah has fouled Onana here. Onana's on the floor. He's holding his knee. That's not good, of course. Let me have a look at this. It's a sloppy challenge, to be honest with you. It's a sloppy challenge. Yeah, that is very, very careless from Salah. He could have got a yellow card there, to be honest with you. He knew what he was doing. Mamouche is trying to help Onana up. Onana's not having it. Salah's not having it. Salah's okay, of course. Yeah. Too many smiles, too many laughing going on at the moment. Yeah, it's a competitive football game, of course. That's what we have to understand. Egypt straight back at the goalkeeper, Shabir. Shabir's got the ball here. For Egypt, calming the game down, trying to calm the game down as much as he can, of course. Playing Belgium. Obviously, Belgium, now we think about Belgium. Belgium have done all right, but I always felt that this particular Belgium, even under Roberto Martinez, they were very overhyped, in my opinion. I'll be honest. I felt they're very overhyped. But here come Belgium. Here come. Number 10 is number 10, Trossard, of course, plays for Arsenal, the 31-year-old Trossard. Yeah, when I look at Arsenal, though, when I do look at Arsenal and I do look at the likes of Trossard and players like that, are they actually elite? It's one thing I say about Arteta. Like, I know we banter about Arteta and that, but when I look at his forward line, I don't look at his forward line and think, you know what? Wow, what a forward line. It's all right. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not elite in my opinion. Anyway, here come Egypt. Egypt with a cross, tried to find a near post, tried to find a Shaw on the near post. Here comes Doku though. Doku on a counter attack here. Doku a chance for Belgium, but well tackled again there. Well tackled, long ball. Yeah, and they're giving the ball away. Too sloppy. Too much of a sloppy play there from both teams, to be honest. Anana with the ball. Anana in midfield, bringing the ball forward. He's making a run. Catalero was making a run there. He didn't pick him out, unfortunately. Lachine with the ball. Zico and Lachine working well together. And here we go, forward. And that's going to be a foul to Egypt, is it? No, nothing given. I think there was a foul on Lachine, but nothing was given. He's won it back well. Again, Egypt have won it back well. Hani with a good tackle there. Egypt coming forward. No. And that was look. They're winning the ball back, but as soon as Egypt, and this reminds me of the AFCON, as soon as Egypt get to a certain place on the pitch, as soon as they get there, it's like they don't know what they're doing after that. It's like they get a little bit like, nostalgic or something. Well, not nostalgic. They get a little bit like in the deep end and swimming pool sort of thing. Anyway, the number 2 of Egypt in defense, Ibrahim, he's not happy about something. I think he's given away a corner. He's given away a corner. It is a corner to Belgium. Of course, it is a corner. De Ketelere, of course, for Belgium. It's good to see him start. It's good to see him. Usually it's Lukaku and players like that who start, don't they? Big up Danny B, you legend. Hope you're doing well. Big up Ed. I'm concerned how Iran in this World Cup after the issues from us. I'm concerned. Yep. I mean, they're going to be playing for something, definitely. Ed, and how is New Zealand in the World Cup? New Zealand don't even show in 30% of them. I don't know. I think it's unfair. I do. I think the qualification stage is unfair for a lot of teams. And I think that certain teams get basically Australia and New Zealand. How can there be Australia and New Zealand in the World Cup? Can someone explain to me? Who do they play? Tahiti. Who do they play? Togo. Come on. It's crazy. And then you got teams like Italy and stuff like that on there. But anyway, Chris Wood is a New Zealand hero. Yeah. Do you know if Belgium's golden generation won anything on the youth level? My criteria to be considered as a golden generation, you have won anything on the youth level. Not sure Belgium. I don't know. But what I would say about golden generation, I think it can relate to the clubs as well. Like in Man United's case, like let's say England 2000 England 2001. Right, we had Gerrard, Scholes, Campbell, Ferdinand, Cole, Neville, Owen, Heskey, Beckham. That's a golden generation, right? Because you look at Gerrard, you look at Scholes, you look at Beckham, you look at that team there. All right, we had the odd player, Nick Barmby, and we had that, but that's what you call a golden generation. Players who've been there, seen it, done it. Young players who've won trebles and things like that. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be. I think this Belgium team, Marcus, were a little bit overhyped for whatever reason it was. That they're always going to be overhyped. I don't know why, but they are, and I don't know why. Anyway, sleeping there from Anana, nicked off him by the Belgian player. That's going to be a foul for Belgium. That's going to be a yellow card for Belgium. That should be a yellow card for Belgium. It is a yellow card. Who's got the yellow card here? It is a yellow card for the number 21 Castagna of Fulham. He's the one who's got the yellow card. Yeah, he held Salah's arm there. Yeah. It's a cynical foul, to be honest with you. 15 minutes gone, guys. 0-0 between Belgium and Egypt in this tie. in this game, should I say. It's a crazy. No, Belgium. No, I don't think Belgium are that team anymore. I mean, I think Belgium had their generation. They had a nucleus of a good team. I just don't think it's there anymore. I don't think they're actually in the top anymore, in my opinion. They're still a good team, of course. They've got some good players, a lot of experience. I just think there's a lot of teams now that overtake Belgium, in my opinion. It's taken by Courtois in goal. Pick up everyone in the stream. Don't forget to smash a like on the video. Jay, maybe Taremi could do well for it. Should do well. He's their superstar, Jay. He's the one who they look at all the time. He's the one that he's going to be the danger man, isn't it? You remember Ali Dai, who used to play for them? Was it Ali Dai? He had one of the record caps, record appearances. Many years. I think 1998 World Cup, wasn't it? Was the 1998 World Cup? And Nana down again. What is wrong with Nana? He's a bit of a crybaby, isn't he, for a central midfielder? He is on the floor. No, it's not Nana. It's Doku. It's Doku. Oh, that's a bad challenge. To be fair, that's a bad challenge on Doku. That should be a yellow card. That's an awful challenge. That's an awful challenge. You know what? That's bordering on a red card. That's high. That's dangerous. Come on, that is an awful challenge there. I don't know what, if I ever saw that. I mean, that's high in danger. I don't know. Lucky he didn't go with the studs. That was an awful challenge there. Not even a yellow card. Wow, not even a yellow card there. That's crazy. How you couldn't give a yellow card there? That's mad. That really is. Anyway, Egypt play on. I'm just begging this game doesn't end 0-0. Can you imagine this game ends 0-0? Can you imagine? I'm just praying that this game doesn't end 0-0. After 7 goals from Germany in match 1 and a draw from Spain, Cape Verde, I stopped believing in World Cup if there will be 6 from Belgium or Egypt. I will not be concerned now. There's, the goals in this tournament. There's quite a few goals. There's been quite a few goals in this tournament, but it does look like the goals are drying up. It does, and obviously this game, once the games start getting more competitive, you're going to see more and more games ending 0-0 or 1-0, stuff like that. Marcus, oh boy, when a ref misses these kind of calls early, it gets me my antenna up. Watch out for this ref during the course of the game. It was an awful challenge. I don't even know why he gave a yellow card. For the challenge from the Belgian player earlier on. I don't know why he didn't give a yellow card there for the tackle on Doku. It was an awful tackle. I mean, yeah, definitely, 100%, mate. Jay, 0-0 games and then 2 0-0 games in a row. No 0-0 games and 2 0-0 games. I can see it happening. Jay, don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, yeah, look, this one is screaming out 0-0, isn't it? But I don't know. I did say Egypt are very pragmatic. I said this, guys. I said Egypt are very pragmatic. They're a funny team. They got talent, but they don't attack. They attack to a certain point, then they just pass it back. That's what they do. That's how they play. I saw it in the AFCON. I saw it a number of times in the AFCON, by the way. Even when they needed to win, they were just like that. I mean, I don't know if it's the same manager. I think it might be the same manager, to be honest with you. But they do play a very pragmatic style of football. They do, yeah. But anyway, Belgium here got the ball, passing it forward towards Chatterboxer. Chatterboxer gets cut out by the Egyptian fullback there. Alpha 2. Ashore playing the left. That was Ashore. Ashore's playing on the left. Ashore's playing a very deep. Alpha 2's taking a throw in, the number 13. Ashore's the one that you got to watch out for. That's a handball. That's a free kick to Egypt. Ashore's the one you got to handle. I like his personality, though. I said it before when I was watching the AFCON. I liked his personality. I like the way he plays and stuff like that. I really do. But Egypt with the build-up here. On the right-hand side with Zico. Passes it into Lachine. Cross. Here we go. It's a chance for Ashore. What a goal! What a goal! I told you about Ashore. I was saying it just now, guys. I was saying it just now about Ashore. I said it. There you go. Ashore with the goal. for Egypt. Unbelievable strike in the bottom corner. Unbelievable. Mad goal. What a goal for Egypt. What a goal. I said it. I said, watch out for a short. There you go. Lo and behold, he scores the goal. Well played, Egypt. What a goal. Great goal for Egypt. Come on, Egypt. Get in. There you go. Brilliant. And that is 1-0 to Egypt against Belgium. What a strike ashore. The Al Ali player plays in Egypt. You know what? That was a magnificent goal. Should be playing elsewhere. Should be playing at Man United. What a player. And there you go. Grabs the ball, smack right into the back of the net. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant strike for the number 8. Absolutely superb strike there. Unbelievable. What a goal. What a goal by Ashore. There you go. I was talking about him earlier on the channel, on the show, about his performances in the AFCON. I was impressed. You know, I like his personality. I like he's got that little bit of edge about him and stuff. And that's the sort of players I like. And what a goal that is. What a goal that is. Absolutely superb. Well played. Well played. There you go. He's doing the old thing, isn't it? Well played. 1-0 to Egypt. 20 minutes on the clock. Belgium are stunned. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You know, this is the thing. It's like when you start the game slowly and stuff. What a goal. Absolutely. A great goal. Great goal. The men's would have saved that all day long. I agree, mate. Absolutely, Jay. For full speed Belgium to come out and play, it's good for the game. So it won't be 0-0 now, thank God. Let's go, Egypt. What a goal. Great goal. Come on. That was a brilliant goal. You have to admit, what a goal. Like, you know, and I was just talking about him. I was just talking about literally now. And then smash. There's been some good goals in this tournament so far. Some great goals in this tournament so far. There has been. I mean, absolutely. Absolute fantastic goals there's been in this tournament so far. I mean, I think we basically got a great goal in every game apart from the Spain one. I think the Spain one was a little bit. But that was Spain one was a different game. The Spain one was more like an unbelievable defensive display from the underdog. You know. Now look at Belgium now. Belgium are pressing now. This is where Belgium have to play, but Egypt can catch them on a counter-attack. And Egypt have got players that can catch you on a counter-attack. Let's not forget, Mohamed Salah is there as well. You know, so they're gonna have to be careful. Belgium, it's a foul. Castagna is it Michele? He's fouled the Egyptian player there, guys. And yeah, it's a free kick to Egypt in the middle of the park. Egypt would be delighted with the start. 22 minutes gone, 1-0 to Egypt. Again, it's a hydration break. We got an hydration, but just when we're getting into the game, we got a hydration break. What would I say? I say it's not a hydration break; it's a commercial break. That's what it is. Africa rise. Bafana. Big up Dylan and big up South Africa, my good man. Big up Bafana. Hopefully they do themselves justice the next game, huh? Hopefully they do themselves justice. I was a bit disappointed at them against Mexico, but hopefully they do themselves some justice. But yeah, look, Egypt and my African teams in the tournament are Ivory Coast, Senegal, and Morocco. Those are my three there. I think those teams are the ones they're gonna do well. Jay, where do you see Salah going next, staying in Europe or MLS or Pro League? I can see him going to Miami FC or something. I really can. I can see him going to Miami FC. He might go to Saudi Arabia. You never know. But I can see him going to America as well. But it can be like Al Nasser, Al Hilal, someone like that along those lines. You know, it could be one of those teams. I mean, they're the ones who can afford him. You know, they can afford him. No, this is exactly what it is. The only reason they have these water breaks, right, is to have advertisements. You know, I'm watching on Italian TV, by the way, so I'm getting to see good adverts. I'm seeing Totti and Scolari and all them people. So I am watching on Italian TV right now. Ed, Africa cooking in the World Cup. They're doing well. Apart from South Africa. Apart from South Africa, they're doing well. Definitely, yeah. Ahmad scored a fantastic goal yesterday. Fabulous for him. Morocco. I said Morocco would do well against Brazil, and they did. You know, I know that Morocco are good. But, you know, there's countries and there's continents that are coming up now. You look at Asia, you look at Japan, you look at Korea. There's countries coming up, you know, and the Asian teams are undefeated. And, yeah, you're going to have to be wary of football these days. People are learning. People are getting better, you know, and that's what you have to say. In regards to Africa, Senegal, fantastic, a well-balanced team. However, when they come up against England or someone like that, I can see England beating them. England beat them in the last World Cup, 2022, if you remember, quite easily. That's when you get tested, and not friendlies. You get tested in the big games. This is where, when you get to the quarterfinal, the last 16 and stuff like that, that's when you get tested. Obviously, we're gonna see Ghana, of course, up close. Ghana weren't at the AFCON, but we're gonna see them up close, which is going to be interesting. But the hydration break, guys, this is ridiculous. I don't think this should carry on. Do you think we're going to get hydration breaks in England, in the Premier League, when it's raining and snowing? Do you think we're going to get hydration breaks, guys? Do you think they need that? What are we going to do about that? What are we going to have in England? Are we going to have a hydration break, or are we going to have a blanket break, to keep warm? What are we going to do? Are we going to get hot water bottles and stuff like that? Are we going to have a cup of tea break? Is that what we're going to have in England? Is that what we're going to have? We're going to have a cup of tea break. We have a coffee break, hot chocolate break. Hormones. Was it Horlicks break? What were we going to have? It's good to see Christian Eriksen is recovering well. Yeah, I think Christian Eriksen, absolutely spot on, Jay. But I think Christian Eriksen retire, mate. Be a coach, something like that. That's what I would say. Honestly, for his own sake, for his own sanity, for his own health, I would say just become a coach or something. I would say, it's just one of those things. He's had a great career. And Marcus, I think folks have forgotten that Japan beat Spain and Germany in the last World Cup. They got a squad. Anything can happen in the World Cup. There are shock results. When Spain won the World Cup, they lost to Switzerland, I think, in the first game. There are shock results that can happen. It happens all the time, and you will get more shock results. But obviously, the key is when you get to the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and when it starts getting nitty-gritty. Here come Belgium on the left. Throw into Belgium here. Throw taken. Can Belgium get the ball in the box? I can see what Belgium are going to do, though. I can see that they're going to be predictable. They're going to bring on Lukaku soon. They're going to bring on Lukaku. What's going to happen? Lukaku will come on the pitch. 26, 27 minutes gone on the game, guys. Here comes De Bruyne. De Bruyne's got the ball. Good little tip. Well cut out there by Ibrahim. Well cut out there by Ashore, sorry. Ashore is everywhere. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Ashore, the one who scored the goal, he's in defense. He's up front. He's on the wing. He's on the right. I'm telling you guys, that guy, honestly, I said it many times. I don't know why nobody's looking at him. Because he plays for Al Ali probably, and they're not a big club in regards to world football. They are in Africa, but in the Asian in the Asian Champions League and stuff like that. But they're not a well-known clubs in Europe, innit? So, but I've always looked at Ashore and I thought this guy's really good. I'm surprised, no one stats him up. Is Doku? Doku, I don't like, guys. I like Doku, right? Not like him as a player for Man City, but I like the way I like him as a player. It's a chance for here comes Belgium. Great save, but it's a foul. I like Doku, but he stops on the pitch too much. He stands still. I don't like players standing still on the pitch. When I used to play football and used to get wingers. Wingers who stand still. It means it's not a natural talent. It's like they don't have the ability. It's like they think too much. They're on the pitch like, them little shimmies, and they just work on their pace. I think that's what Doku is, and he's a bit of a pace merchant, cut and shoot merchant, and I like to see wingers like Ryan Giggs who don't go. Do you see Ryan? Did you ever see Ryan Giggs doing this? Standing still? Did you ever see him doing that? You wouldn't even see Beckham doing that. Beckham couldn't dribble, but you wouldn't even see Beckham doing that. Do you know what I mean? These they're easy to defend. Here he goes. Watch. You'll stand still, pass back. Exactly that. Stand still, pass back, lose the ball, throw in. Stand still, pass back, do something. Jay, I don't see the debate in Morgan Rogers starting ahead of Bellingham. Heard a lot of people talking about it. Good player, but Bellingham starts all day long for me. And they're different players, though, Jay. Bellingham plays in the centre, and Morgan plays on the left, like a sort of inverted left winger, doesn't he? So they're different players, definitely. Ed, quick fact: Elon Musk can buy the top 20 football clubs by his 0.1 quarter money. How much rich will he get, bro? I don't know, mate. I don't know. You don't take the money to your grave, though, do you? You can have all the money you want. You know what I mean? You're judged on your deeds. You know what I mean? You have 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion. Does it make a difference? Really? When there's people starving in this world? There's people can't, like, guys, I worked in a hospital for 5-6 years, right? And there's people who pay tax their whole life, work their whole life, right? They get to retirement and they can't afford their energy bills. And we're talking about like people who got billions in the bank for selling their soul. Anyway, here we go. Imagine how many people in this world he could feed. Imagine how many people he could make. He can give them houses, or build jobs, make jobs for them. Imagine what you can do. It's just greed, man. There's just so much greed in this world. It's unbelievable. Anyway, throw in to Belgium. It's Catelleri is when the throw in. Here they come. Belgium looking to equalize. Cross comes in. Well cleared again. And they're cleared again there. A little bit of panic in the Egyptian defense there over the last couple of minutes, but it's still 1-0 to Egypt, courtesy of Imam Mashour. Very good goal. Very good goal. One of the goals of the tournament so far. Smashed it into the back of the net. Just quick turn on the sixpence and smash right into the back of the net. You know what I mean? Cross comes in. Header. Oof. It was a free header there, to be honest with you. Tillmans with the header. He couldn't quite get the connection there. It's a good cross. There is a good cross from De Bruyne. I just couldn't twist his head around enough to get it in. Yeah, was it De Bruyne? I think it was Castagne with the cross. It was Castagne with the cross, but he tried, but it was a little bit too low for Tillmans there. Tillmans not known for his heading ability, of course. Yeah, But what I would say about Belgium is that Belgium are like one of those nearly teams. One of those nearly good teams, nearly world-class teams. The number 14 for Egypt is Fatih. He's the centre back. The left side is centre back. He's limping at the moment. He's an important player for them. They don't want to lose Fatih. Definitely not. Important player for him, but he's limping. He was limping pretty heavily just a couple of minutes ago. They're going to have to look at that in regards to taking him off, maybe. They might have to look at that. De Bruyne is Doku. Doku on the left-hand side. Looking to cut in. Look, cuts in here. And it's well defended by Egypt again. I think sometimes you can become too predictable. You've got to have more strings to your bow. Skill. You've got to have skill, man. You've got to try something new. I know how to defend. I know how to defend against them type of players. It's fairly basic. Here's Trossard. Trossard whips it in. It's back here. De Bruyne chance. Oh, good tackle again. It was Ilma. I thought he had an open bit of space there for a couple of minutes. Belgium have really played well this last 5 minutes, but they haven't really penetrated the goal at all. They haven't really, Egypt could quite easily counterattack Belgium and sucker punch them again like they did it before. They're capable of it. You've seen it. They can do it. Here come Egypt though. Egypt again on the attack here. They got the attack. Great shots. Good save from Courtois. It was a fantastic strike that though. I thought it was going into the bottom corner there for a second. It might have been 2-0 there. I thought it was going into the bottom corner, but it was well saved in the end. It was the player, the number 11 there, Zico, with a shot. It was a good strike there, nicely, and yeah, I thought it slipped through Courtois' hand there. I thought it slipped through his hand, but absolutely. Ed, World Cup matches is like he's going to score 100% and then he don't score. Nah, he can't score. He is so far and he is not even that good. He scores. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it's good though. I'm sure he's good. I've been watching it. There's a lot of people who skipped the AFCON, by the way. Those frauds who did that. The frauds who skipped the AFCON but jumping on the World Cup. Because it's popular. I don't think you should be doing the World Cup if you didn't do the AFCON. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because what I say about it, if you didn't do the AFCON, right, it basically confirms you're not in it for football. You're not in it for football. You're in it for likes and clicks and and basically fame, basically, because and that's what I would say. Controversial, but it's true, man. You know, it's true. Football's football. You have to admire football from every single angle, you know. Anyway, throwing to Egypt here. Belgium not happy, and they're not doing too good at the moment. And we've got 10 minutes to half time. 10 minutes to half time here. You know what? I honestly, as a Man United fan, I would bring in him. Sure, I bring him to the club. I'm telling you, I would bring him to the club. I like that player. You know, I know he's getting on a little bit, but I think he's a good player. I think we should look at bringing in players like that. You know, a little bit of unexpected, but you know, personalities. That's what I'm talking about. You know. Throw in to Belgium to Egypt here. Castagna loses the ball to a throw in. Guys, it's a throw in to Egypt. Egypt keep the ball here. They get to halftime. They'll be delighted at 1-0. They'll be delighted. I like the AFCON, but they need to change the date of the AFCON because it's at the time. Yeah, but at the end of the day, doesn't mean you can't do the watch along for it, is it? I agree with the date and timing of that, Jay, but it doesn't mean that you just ignore it. You don't ignore it and say that, oh, I'm not watching it. I don't watch the AFCON. I saw people doing that. You know what I mean? I saw people doing that during it when it was going on. I was like, what are you talking about? You know, all right, it's on at the wrong time, but why can't you do a watch along for the AFCON during Christmas? You know, because nothing is obviously, you know, when you're, you know, at the end of the day, I don't agree with the timing, absolutely. But I mean, the timing is going to change anyway. They're changing it next time, isn't it, Jay? But what I would say is that don't dismiss it and then watch the World Cup like you want to, because it's popular, and that's what people do. Jay, I watched it. It was a good final, crazy everything that happened. What do you make of the result, though? Giving Morocco the African nations, I don't know if that still stands. They gave Morocco the African nations, didn't they? In the end, they gave it. I think once the referee made his decision on that day, that the decision should stand. And the only thing that they can do is probably give Senegal a fine and probably sanctions in the next tournament. But I think it's out of order that they took the title from them. You know, I think it is. I mean, obviously, it was a crazy game. You know, they gave them a 3-0 win, didn't they? I mean, why did they do that so late? If the referee knew the rules, what he should have done, as soon as Senegal walked off the pitch, he should have just blew the whistle then, full time. The game's over. They walked off the pitch. No one can blame the referee. But it's the fact that they went back and after the penalty shootout, the extra time and da-di-da-di-da, and then, you know, decided that not, you know. But obviously you can't walk off the pitch, but it was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? A bit sinister, that game, though, in my opinion. Anyway, here come Belgium. Tillman's on the ball. De Bruyne. Tillman's and De Bruyne have been playing for a while, been playing together for a while, haven't they now? Here come Belgium with a little bit of space. This is their chance. Here we go. Onana's got the ball. Back here. Good cross. Doku. De Bruyne sliced at it. He looked like he was going to get that. He was going to connect. Here's Onana again. Yeah, it's a bit sloppy there. It was a little bit sloppy there. Is that Doku playing on the right? Doku's playing on the right at the moment. He usually plays on the left, but he's playing on the right now. Here's Belgium on the right-hand side. Good cross. Very good cross. Head up. De Bruyne loses the ball. Shot. And it's straight out by Egypt. Good defending. Again from Egypt. Egypt with everyone behind the ball, though. But they're looking for a counter-attack here. That's going to be a foul to Belgium. They were looking for a counter-attack there. Trossard is on the floor. Trossard's on the floor here. It's a good little bit period of play from Belgium. They're probably the best period of play in the game. They haven't really been impressive so far, as far as I'm concerned. I did watch them the other day. If you remember, they played. Who were they playing in that preseason friendly? We did the watch along for it just the other day, guys. The watch along for the preseason friendly. Chancellor Cross comes on. There you go. And it's going to be a free kick to Belgium. It's going to be a free kick to Egypt here. Yeah, we did a watch along for them the other day. They drew. I think they drew 1-1, didn't they? And we Belgium, to be honest, Belgium were awful in that game. I remember it because the stadium was empty. But the Belgium were absolutely atrocious in that game. Really were. Uzbekistan they were playing. That was it. They were playing Uzbekistan, and they were absolutely atrocious. Honestly, really were. Jay, the player who scored for Egypt, has he ever played in Europe before, or he always played in Egypt? Does look like a really good player. I think he has started at other clubs as well. I think he's played in Egypt most of his career. Esham Ashur. The thing is with Esham Ashur, he's not as young as people think. He's 28 years old, and he's been around the block a little bit, I like the look of him. I said it during the AFCON. I think, make a sneaky bid for him. He has played in Europe for the likes of Michelin. Nothing major. But other than that, he's played in Egypt. That's it, basically. Egypt and maybe a couple of teams there. Nothing major. Just Michelin. That's it. I mean, he's a good player. The thing about this player, the thing about Ashur is that it's not so much about his goal scoring because he hasn't scored many goals. I think that's only his second goal for Egypt, right? The thing about him is that he's tenacious. He's tenacious. He runs about. He tackles. He can defend. He can attack. He can contribute towards the final third. And I don't know why we don't look at this. I don't know why we don't broaden our horizons a little bit. This is what I'm saying. That's why, I saw it in the AFCON. He was doing exactly the same thing. And I was like, that guy's good. That guy's good. We should go after him. I was like, that guy, he's quite good. We need to go after him, Yeah, but we don't do them things, do we? It wouldn't cost much either. Anyway, here comes Doku. Doku, poor pass in the end. Poor passing from Belgium. A couple of bad passes there. Here come Egypt. Egypt on the counter-attack here, running through the middle here. Zico. The Sheen, and they pass it back. It fizzled into nothing. I thought they could have done something there on the counter attack. We've got 3 minutes to half time, guys. Added injury time, whatever injury time there's going to be added on this game. We've got 3 minutes. Poor pass from Egypt. Very poor pass. I mean, the less we say about that pass, the absolute better we say about that from Ataya. Ataya is the midfielder, the number 19. 38% possession from Egypt, 55% from Belgium right now. Guys, that's the possession. Obviously, Belgium are going to get possession, but it's whether you make possession into goals. Look at Cape Verde earlier on. But here come Egypt, Ashur. Oh, he almost pinpointed a very good ball there. Here come it's Belgium. Doku on the right. He's changed his position. He's on the right. That's a foul, surely. No foul for Doku. No foul on Doku. Ashur wins it back on the left-hand side, doing his defensive work. You see Ashur, he's there, he's everywhere. That's what you want. Attitude. That's a good attitude to have. Anyway, Anana, it's going to be a free kick to Belgium. My prediction was 2-1 to Belgium. That was my prediction. I can see Belgium getting back into the game. It depends how Egypt approach the second half. But, it's going to be backs against the wall, isn't it? That's how Egypt play. It'll probably be backs against the wall and they'll probably be just waiting. I remember Zaki, who had a loan spell at Wigan and scored it against Liverpool. Yeah, I remember that. Mido was a very good player. Mido's a legend, of course, of Egyptian football. What about Mido? Basically, yeah, very selfish character. Very, very one. He was arrogant. He was so arrogant. It was unbelievable. Here come Egypt with Ashur. Back and forth as Ashur. Defensive, attacking. There he is. Proper player there. Lots of running around and stuff. They got it on the left-hand side. Egypt. I haven't seen much of Mohamed Salah in this game today. Not much of Mohamed Salah in the game. But you never know with Salah. He could do anything at any time. Egypt keeping the ball, passing it around. Cross comes in, deflected. It's a foul. It's a foul for Belgium. Belgium have got a foul. They're gonna restart. Mamouche there. Mamouche, yeah, haven't seen. I mean, yeah, he stepped on his toe. Haven't seen much from Mamouche, and obviously haven't seen much of Salah so far. Haven't seen much of Mamouche and Salah. I think Ashore has been the main one. It was a great goal, though. Great angle. Jay, one of the most arrogant players I've seen in the Premier League was Nicholas Bentner, who played for Arsenal. He thought he was better than he was. He was arrogant, but he was definitely a very, very, very good at missing football chances on goal. I mean, he was probably the best at missing chances. He was awful. Awful. I mean, you see at Arsenal, how far Arsenal have come. You know, I mean, they had Nicholas Bentner. I mean, Bentner. I mean, his name's Bent, you know. He bends the ball the wrong way. Here come Belgium. Belgium looking to get something just before half time. 4 minutes of injury time has been added on this first period because of the water break, hydration break, whatever nonsense. Woke crap. Anyway, well, advertisement thing, isn't it? Advertisement thing. We've got 4 minutes of injury time. Chance for Belgium here. Chance. Ah, Doku blasts it over the bar. Lack of quality there from Doku. Lack of finesse. Blast it over the bar. It needs to keep it down. That's a poor finish, to be honest with you. I mean, players if that experience and that play the ball, you know, come on, you've got to be kicking the ball down there. What are you doing? You know, it was not down by the Catanere, and it just hit it, sliced at it. It was an awful strike. It was an awful strike. He sliced at it. It's a big chance for Belgium. Probably their best chance of the game, if we're being honest. Still 1-0 as we stand, about 3 minutes to half time. Long ball from Courtois, long towards Chatterboxer. Chatterboxer tries to win it. It is won by Ibrahim Fatih. Here's Ashore again in the defensive line, running up that left midfield. A lot of the play is going to be on that left-hand side for Egypt. I'm surprised I haven't seen much of Salah today so far. Nothing of Salah, which is crazy. Trossard on the ball. Castagna back to now here comes De Bruyne. Belgium, they're just a little bit sloppy. Belgium guy, they're a little bit sloppy, in my opinion. Munia, of course, trying to compete with the ball there. Mooney has been around a long time as well. It's like I said at the beginning of the show when we're talking about Lukaku, De Bruyne, Mooney, Courtois, all these players there, Tillmans, all these players there, they need to retire. I think they need to move on. You know, this is what I'm talking about. You know, maybe this might be their last tournament. Who knows? I think it should be. I think it should be their last tournament. Anyway, Shabir is about to take the free kick for Egypt. Long ball. Haven't seen much of Mamouche so far, but Mamouche might be in here. He might be in. It's a great chance. Oh, he went for the shot, but no one was in the box. There was no one in the box there. Obviously, there was a shock, isn't it? You know, it's a shock how the ball was lost there. That was awful play. That was awful play by early. Oh, it's another corner. That was awful play there. By Ngoy. Ngoy losing the ball there. I'm a big fan of Ngoy, by the way. I think he's a good player. Yeah, just needs to be a little bit more composed there. Could have gave the ball away easily. Needs to be a little bit more composed. Anyway, Ashore is taking a corner. The man of everything. He does everything. The corner's taken by Ashore. Here we go again. Here we go. Egypt. Cross comes in. Cleared away. It's going to be a strike. He's going to pick it up here. It's going to be another corner to Egypt. Yasser wins the corner. It's going to be another corner to Egypt. Ibrahim wins a corner. Salah's going to be taking it. First time I've seen Salah in the pitch. First time I've seen him. First time I've seen Salah playing. You know, on the pitch. Cross comes in. It's flicked on. Oh, it was almost a tap in. It was almost a tap in for Egypt there. It was almost a goal. Honestly, I thought that was a goal. Goodness me. He flicked it on. It was almost an own goal, to be honest. It was almost an own goal. He flicked it on there. He flicked it on there. Yeah. Egypt have done incredibly well. It's half time, guys. It's half time. Egypt 1, Belgium 0. What a half of football. Belgium are losing by a goal to 0 to Egypt. Egypt have been very impressive this half, I think. I think they've been very good. I've enjoyed the performance in a way. Some of the standout performances from Ashore. Again, you know, Ibrahim has done very well in the defensive line, and Fatih as well, of course. Very, very good performance from Egypt. And you know what? Belgium have got it all to do. It's not over, of course, but Belgium have got it all to do. And we saw with Cape Verde earlier on, you know what? If you defend well, you can win football matches. And if you fight for each other, you can win football matches. That's how football works. If you fight for each other, you can win football matches. Egypt at the moment are winning against Belgium. This would be a magnificent result for Egypt if it stays like this, of course. Egypt have looked the most likely to get the second, in my opinion. Of course, there's been 1 or 2 half chances. Doku had a good chance for Belgium. But Egypt, for me, have been the most likely team to score the second goal, in my opinion. And, you know, Belgium have got it all to do. The manager's got it all to do. They've got it all to do. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to this second half, how it pans out, absolutely. But I hope everyone's doing well. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're lurking in the background. Don't forget to smash the like on the video. If you guys could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Get those lights up. Let's get those lights up. It works with the algorithms and stuff like that on YouTube and helps get the video to other places and stuff. Really, really, really appreciate everyone in the house today, of course, for this watch along. And guys, look, listen, I'll be up early in the morning tomorrow at 4 a.m. my time for the Iran against New Zealand game. You know, there you go. The dedication is right. I mean, obviously, the Saudi Arabian game is coming tomorrow, but I'm in the middle of the night for me, 2 a.m. I won't be doing that, fortunately. But I will be doing the Iran against New Zealand game. The standout performances so far for me, Salah he's been in and out of the game. He's been all right. Been helping out with the link up play. But Hani on the right back, I think we should look at him as a Man United fan. Always impressed with Hani. He is 30, but you know what? These players deserve an opportunity. Lachine in the midfield, I think he's been all right. Again, he's touching 30 as well. So, you know, a lot of these players, but the standout guy was the guy who scored the goal. It was MM Ashore. And as I said during the AFCON, I was very impressed with Ashore. I really was. And, you know, he's done it again, and he's proven me right. He's proven me right, absolutely. But yeah, Egypt, deservedly, I would say, are ahead in this game. But Belgium, as we know, they've got quality. If I was Belgium right now, what would I do? I mean, I look at Belgium's bench. I don't get excited about it. They've got Mateus Fernandes. Pardo, of course, has been linked to Man United. Maybe they can bring on Mateus Fernandes. Pardo, maybe they can bring him on. I don't know. There's not much there, I would say. Maybe they could bring on the Dobo Lukabakio. Of course, Lukabakio is the Benfica player, guys. The 28-year-old, is he going to make much of a difference? I don't know. You know, you got Romelu Lukaku still there. You know, Romelu Lukaku is still there. He's still 33 years old, going strong. Maybe you can bring on Lukaku. Maybe he can score you a goal or something like that. I don't know. Maybe, you know, but they got a lot to do. They got a lot to answer for in the second half. Absolutely, they do. You know, and let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. Obviously, big blow for Belgium was the missing Zeno De Bast, who's got a leg injury, and he's going to be out for most of this tournament, of course. But yeah, of course, like I'm looking at Belgium's results, right? Like they have won some big games, like over the last months, but I haven't seen. Like, they did draw against Uzbekistan, to be honest with you. guys, not long ago. Yeah, but you know what? They got experience a lot of those where you got players like Kevin De Bruyne and that. You never know what's going to happen, do you? You never know, do you? You never know what's going to happen in the game. But if you got players like Kevin De Bruyne, of course, absolutely. But yeah, it's been a decent game so far. And what I like about it, unpredictable. I like unpredictability. I don't like games that are just, you know. How Belgium not scored like they had Doku and Kevin De Bruyne, and they would definitely score in the second half. Who knows, Ed? Who knows if they will definitely score? You know, I don't know that. I don't. All I know is that with Egypt, they're very good defensively, and having watched the Afcon, it doubled down on that. You know, they will fight for their lives, and yeah, I don't rate Doku as this great player. I really don't. I think he's a passion merchant. A kick and run merchant? He's a kick and run merchant. That's what he does. Kick, run, cut in, shoot. Kick, run, cut in. Very predictable. Very predictable. How these people become players, I don't know. They're they rely on their athleticism and pace. That's what I would say about it. You know, very, very predictable. I think you're looking at Egypt, you're looking at their attack, you're looking at Salah, you're looking at Mamouche, you're looking at Ashore, you're looking at these players. I mean, are they much worse than the Belgian strikers? Catalere, it plays for Atalanta. Are they that much worse? You have to be honest. You have to say no. You know, at this moment in time, you know, you can say, yeah, De Bruyne is a special player, one of the great players and stuff like that. But you can't say that Egypt are not, you know, and that's what I would say. And I know about Lachine, I know about these players, and they're good. I did predict, having said all that, I did predict it would be 2-1 to Belgium, but it depends what happens. The first 15 minutes of the second half is going to be pivotal, I think. Definitely, it's going to be pivotal. The first 15 minutes, I think, will be pivotal in this game. Definitely, absolutely. Yeah, let's wait and see what happens, though. Let's wait and see what happens. Hopefully, we have a good second half, a second half full of goals, a second half full of drama. That's what we need, guys. Absolutely, drama and but yeah, Doku's had one good chance. I think that Belgium have had one good chance. It was a good chance, a very good chance from Doku, and he sliced it over the bar. That's about it. But so have Egypt. Zico has come close. Courtois made a good save. It almost went through Courtois' hands and into the bottom corner. They've had their chances as well. But I don't get this hype around Belgium. I'll be honest with you, I don't get it. Big up, Bobby. Good to see you. I don't get this hype around Belgium. I've never understood this hype around Belgium about some of these players. You know, I just think that a lot of their players are overhyped. I'm sorry. I've just been like this for ages. I've been like this for years, by the way. I said, why Belgium? I used to say to myself, why are they number one in the world? How can they be number one in the world? Based on what? You know, and I used to be like that, you know, getting knocked out by Wales in the European Championship. You know what I mean? Derby for Egypt. Big up Ed, by the way. Big up everyone in the stream. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting second half, that's for sure. Belgium have to do something. They have to do something to change the game. Obviously, Egypt are going to be fighting for every ball, every second ball. They're going to be fighting for it. And let's wait and see what happens, of course. Let's wait and see. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half, guys. Yeah. Some games have been good. I mean, obviously, the last game against Spain against Cape Verde was 0-0, but it was historical. It was good to see, you know, a team of Cape Verde's ability doing something like that to the European champion Spain. It was nice. You know, it's good to see the goalkeeper, you know, in tears at the end, and it sort of brought what football is all about, because that's what it. That's why it's, as I said, that's why it's the best sport in the world. You know, exactly that is exactly why. You know, because you can never predict football, and that's it. For football surprises people. It really does. It humbles people as well. It surprises people. Football is a great humbler, of course, but yeah, no. Look, one thing's for certain, it's going to be a rocky ride. It's going to be a roller coaster ride during this tournament, guys. We're going to have a lot of ins and outs, lots of twists and turns, extra times and penalties. That's coming too. You know, we're going to have a lot of drama. England are playing, of course, soon, of course. So yeah, England are playing on Wednesday, day after tomorrow. They're playing Croatia. That's going to be an interesting game, a very interesting game. I'm very interested to see how England play, what team they play. Does Tuchel have a plan? Does he have a plan? Does he know what he's doing? by leaving certain players out the squad. You know, the Morgan Gibbs White, the Palmer, the Lewis Hall. You know, the Wharton. You know, does he have a plan? What's his plan? What's going on? I was a little bit concerned about the definitely the Henderson inclusion. The Henderson inclusion just it's like a cheerleader sort of thing, isn't it? If you want an extra coach, a cheerleader, make Henderson your coach and play him as a coach and get him as a coach for you. Don't bring him into the squad, taking up a squad place as a cheerleader. You know, because I think it's wrong. I think that selection was wrong. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but I just don't think that was the right selection. I think that's a typical England mistake. It's something that England do a lot, is that pick certain players based on non-footballing reasons and stuff like that. You know, it's been going on for decades, but you know, it's the reason why Andy Cole didn't get any caps, you know. It's the reason why at Euro 96, Beckham, Scholes, Andy Cole, Bruce, Pallister, you know, didn't get any England squad. Philip Neville didn't, Nicky Butt didn't get the England squad, even though they won a double. But Platt, Anderton, Redknapp, Southgate did. You know, maybe if they did, they would have won that. Maybe, you know. Crazy, isn't it? When you think about that, when you think about it like that, you know, just won a double. Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce, by the way, once scored 16 goals on defense, never got an England cap. There you go. Philip Neville, Andy Cole, you know, none of them got a cap. In that, none of them got chosen for Euro 96 squad. And they just won a double. But Redknapp, Ruddock, Hinchcliffe, I like David Platt. I'm not going to mention David Platt, but Darren Anderton, you know, crazy. You know, it's crazy. Just waiting for the second half to start. Yeah, good to have football knowledge, though, isn't it, Ed? Yeah, Sean McCar's pens, extra time, blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, that's what it is. Good to have a little bit of football knowledge. You know, good to dish it out, but it never happens. That's what England do. That's the problem with England. That's what England do, and that's why England have a problem winning trophies. That's what happens. You know, I'm lucky to have seen 13 titles. 13 titles, guys. You know, so I know Wagwan, and I think that Tuchel. Yes, you can make some hipster kind of changes. You can make some changes in the squad and stuff, but to the extent that he did, I'm worried about England in regards to possession. Because when you have players like Rashford and Morgan Rogers and these type of Saka, these type of players, they're not really possession-based players. They're more like runners, you know, running in behind sort of players. So I can foresee England not keeping the ball much. They're looking at just basically counter-attack sort of style, which is a little bit, you know, I would say. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm watching the game on Raya 1 HD. I'm watching it on Italian TV. You know what I mean? I'm watching it. It's good to have Italian TV on. And yeah, I'm watching it on there. The game, it's a good game. And so far, and it's an interesting one. What can happen? It's all up in the air, guys. The second half is about to start, and we are 1-0 to Egypt. It's exactly where we want it. It's exactly where we want it. We want it poised like that because obviously Belgium are the favourites and they're going to have to come out and try and win and try and play. But they're going to have to be wary of Egypt on their counter-attack because that's what Egypt do at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. They're going to have to be wary of that. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, if you can do that. If you guys haven't subscribed already, don't forget I'm live every single morning as well for Breaking Dawn, 7 a.m. UK time. That's why I'm here every single morning with the latest and the greatest, of course. I'm also live tomorrow morning. Don't forget, very early in the morning, 4:55 a.m. for me. For you, it'll be 1:55 a.m. I'll be live for the watch along. For the UK time, it'll be 1:55. I'll be live here for the watch along of New Zealand and Iran, which should be an interesting game. Should be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Up early in the morning. Coffee's going to be potent. Coffee's going to be potent. Obviously, when you watch Italian TV, right, you see a lot of adverts. You see a lot of Italians, ex-players. So far, I've seen Totti. I've seen Del Piero. I've seen Inzaghi. I've seen everyone. They're always involved, like in the adverts and stuff like that. Yeah. My USA friends calling football soccer and trolling me after winning the first game. We have to defeat them. They can call it soccer if they want. Just remember where soccer came from. England gave them the word soccer. You know that. It was England who gave them the word soccer. It was England who gave them that because they couldn't say football. They didn't. The thing with Americans, they didn't understand what their hand was or their foot was because they were like cavemen. So they still don't know. So they don't know where their hand is. They don't know where their foot is. So at the end of the day, they just called it soccer to make it easier for them because they couldn't differentiate what a hand is and a ball is and a foot is. So they had to call it soccer to make it easier for them, and that's what it is at the end of the day. We invented the sport. It's called football. They can say what they want. They can call it what they like. We don't care. We invented the sport. Enjoy the best sport in the world. That's it. Enjoy it because at the end of the day, we can have a friendly between Man United and whoever in the world, and it will have more viewers than a bloody Super Bowl. There you go. No Palmer, Maguire, Trent Alexander. Not a good idea, Tommy. It's not a good idea. Not so many, but he might have a master plan. Let's see how this plan pans out. Let's see how it pans out. Let's see what he's got. Maybe he's got a plan. Maybe he has. This is the thing, isn't it? He might win the World Cup and be deemed a genius, by everyone and get an OBE from the Queen and stuff like that. You never know. You never know. Those things can happen. But it's up to him, isn't it? Tough game, first game. Croatia's a tough game. Obviously, they still have Modric, should still have players like that. I know they're not quite the team that they were, but they're still a good team. And they still got experience. I think England should beat them. I think England should overpower them, pace and everything. I think they should. England beat them last time, I think, in the European Championships in England. Right, we're ready for the second half. Players are out. We're ready for the kickoff, guys. We're ready for the kickoff. Let's hopefully we get something special today. Let's hope we get something special in this game, in this second half. Let me know what you think it's going to be, guys. Drop your comments in. Drop your predictions in. Let me know how you feel the second half is going to go. Let me know your predictions now. If you can do that, that'd be good. See who gets it right. I'm still going. I'm still going Belgium 2-1. Still going Belgium 2-1. I'm not going to change my opinion on that. I think if Belgium score, Belgium will get another one, and it'll be 2-1. However, they're losing at the moment. We're going to have to wait and see. Anyway, kickoff is going to be by Egypt. We're underway in the second half. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We're underway in this second half. Egypt are winning by a goal to nil, courtesy of a Shaw, guys, in the first half. A fantastic strike. There, it was an amazing strike right into the bottom corner past. I mean, to shoot a ball right from that distance against Courtois, of all goalkeepers, so tall, and to get it past him right into the corner, it's a great finish. It's a great finish, definitely. All right, we're going on, guys. We got this game. Second half is underway. Here we go. Egypt against Belgium. Massive game here. I mean, if this is a win for Egypt, I mean, this is going to open up the group so much. It's going to open up the group, Will England finish their 20-year drought? It's not been 20 years, mate. I think you've been kind there in England. Drought and win their first international trophy like Arsenal. What are your thoughts? I wouldn't be surprised because you know why, Ed? I wouldn't be surprised because we're not expecting much from this England team. And I actually think Tuchel's got a plan. I think Tuchel's going to win the World Cup. You remember these words? I think he's going to win the World Cup. He's not going to do it pretty. We're not going to play tiki-taka, exciting, expansive football. But I haven't seen anyone in this tournament who I think, I haven't seen anyone in this tournament that I think, yeah, wow, they're a good team. They're going to be something to beat at this moment in time. I've seen good teams. I've seen good, decent teams, but nothing that scares me. Nothing that scares me, in my opinion. Will England win the World Cup? I think they can, and I think it wouldn't be surprised if they do. It's about time, law of averages. But there are other teams, I would say, that will be saying the same thing. Exactly the same thing. For me, France, obviously, France have got an amazing squad, but I don't think they're a good team. They've got an amazing squad, but not a good team. I think Spain, as you saw there, if you defend well against Spain, you can nullify them, you can stifle them. Argentina, I don't think Argentina are the Argentina. I think they were lucky to win the last World Cup. I think there was something sinister going on there. Brazil, no. Moments team. Yeah. So why not? Chance for Egypt. Chance again. Oh, it was a big chance for Egypt. There was almost 2-0. That was a massive chance. Can't believe it. It was wide open there. Just needed to have a little bit of composure. Just a bit of composure. That's all they needed there. Bit of composure, lad. Bit of composure. Come on. Anyway, I will be supporting my home country, which is England, the inventors of the game, by the way. Thank you. Right, I'll be supporting my my home team, you know, and that's what I'll be doing. Have to. You know what I mean? I was born there, you know, and that's what I will be supporting. You know, and I'll be supporting England. That's what I support. Obviously, my wife is Italian, so Egypt are not in the World Cup, so they won't be my second choice, unfortunately, because they're not there. Yeah. Has never won. Have you been to the pyramids of Egypt? No, I haven't. I haven't been to Egypt, Sam. I haven't been to Egypt yet. No, I should go. I'm not far away from it, but I haven't been to Egypt yet. It's never really appealed to me. Yeah, it's never really Egypt. Egypt's one. It's never really. I've never looked at Egypt and thought, oh, I want to go to Egypt. No, maybe go one day. Go to Sharm el Sheikh. I would like to see the pyramids. Though. I would like to see the pyramids, but it doesn't appear to be too much. It's just so many people have done it. People have seen it, done it. You know, worn the t-shirt. I like to be different. You know, I've been to Cuba, I've been to Africa, I've been to Japan, I've been to Hong Kong, I've been everywhere around the world. You know, apart from the Egypt. You know, been all around America, every part of America. Free kick to Belgium here. Doku's on the floor, foul for Mamouche. The two Manchester City things. Egypt never win a World Cup game is amazing for me. I don't even know if that's true. This will be their first time. Are you fibbing to me? Have Egypt ever won a World Cup match? Let me have a look. No, they haven't. You're absolutely spot on, Booth Bully. Spot on. This will be their first win in World Cup history. History. We got history today, guys. We witnessed history. If Egypt win today, guys, we've got two sets of history. But Cape Verde with their first ever point in the World Cup, and we got Egypt's first win in the World Cup on one day. Can you believe it, son? Can you believe it? Been to Portugal, Germany, yeah. Seen Sporting Lisbon against Man United. I've been to the Algarve. Yeah. Done a few things. Yeah, been around Europe. I used to travel like a lot, especially I used to follow Man United around as well. So I used to travel a lot back in the day, back in the 90s. Not in the 90s, obviously not that long, but I did used to travel a lot back in the day. Belgium, another foul. Egypt have got to be careful not to lose their head in this game. That's what they have to do. They have to just be careful they don't lose their head, because obviously this is what Belgium want. They want them to lose their head. You know, and they want them to get a red card or something like that. Here come Belgium. Big everyone in the stream. Thank you, everyone who's joining me today. I really appreciate it. You know, I really do appreciate all the support and stuff. Thank you, guys. Guys, really appreciate it. You're absolute diamonds. Massive free kick here, though, for Belgium. De Bruyne standing over the free kick, guys. This is perfect De Bruyne territory. Perfect De Bruyne territory. About 25 yards out. Right foot. He's ready for it. Right foot as well. 25 yards out. De Bruyne with standing over the free kick here. Dangerous for this is a big moment in the game. Big moment in the game for Belgium. Class is permanent with free kicks. Free kicks. You know, you don't forget how to use how to score a free kick, do you? You know, so it's a free kick to Belgium here. A free kick. Of course, only one De Bruyne is going to be stepping over this. He's the only one who's going to be stepping over this free kick all day long. It's a lot of space on the goalkeeper's right, though. Maybe he needs to move centre a little bit. He's a little bit off his line. Oh, was that a great save? That was. What a save. That was a good save. Or did that hit the post? Unlucky. I think that hit the post, to be honest with you. Oh, it did hit the post. It was so close. What a free kick. Yeah. Boof, straight off the post. Unlucky to De Bruyne. I knew that's his perfect position. That's what he does, isn't it? That sort of position is his perfect position. Off the post. Unbelievable. Oof, that was close. Very, very close there. Unlucky. Unlucky. Still 1-0 to Egypt. Egypt hold on here. But the counter attack for Egypt as well. Here come Egypt, though. Good chance. Corner to Egypt. Castagna concedes the corner. Zico was clear there. Zico was unmarked for a second. He was unmarked for a second, but Castagna did well to get back at him. Maybe it came off his chest a little bit too strong. Right, so corner to Egypt here. Salah will be taking the corner for Egypt, as he does. Salah with the corner. Corner cross comes in, headed away. Headed away again by him. Hey, big up Dino. What's going on, Dean? Hope you're doing well, my good man. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Just talking about ways in it which England can win the World Cup. You know, we can dream, innit? It's like Pinky in the Brain. You remember Pinky in the Brain? Like, how are we going to take charge of this world? How are we going to win the World Cup? I actually believe, right? I believe that Tuchel has a plan. I do. Here come Egypt. Oh, there you go. No one. Exactly. Look, Dino. I've looked at this World Cup, and for the first time, it's a chance again. It's saved. It's a chance. Oh, he hit it wide. What's he doing? Ashore, the main man, got to score that. That should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. My goodness me, what's he doing? I've not looked at anyone for the first time in a long time and thought, wow, that team is good. You know, like I've looked at the ex-Spain teams, the French teams, and the Brazil teams of the past, and I thought, how you beat them? How do you beat them? I ain't looked at anyone in this tournament and felt, Dean, what a team. You know, I feel more like, well, if England could, you know, negotiate their way through the tournament, there's no reason why it can't happen. You know, you have to believe at the end of the day. I mean, I don't believe in going to World Cups with not believing you can't win it. You know, yeah, I believe that's how I think. I think you have to go, especially with the quality that we have. I am a little bit disappointed, right, that we haven't got a lot more like maybe Morgan Gibbs-White, Wharton, Palmer, Maguire, Lewis Hall, these kind of players in the squad. I think it's a little bit dangerous. But as we know, Tuchel can either be a genius, deemed a genius forever in his life and win England the World Cup like this, or he could be an absolute flop and sabotage England by dropping all those players. One thing I look at England at the moment, I don't think England are going to be a possession side, because you're looking at Morgan Rogers, Saka, Rashford, Eze. You're looking at these type of players, right? And I don't see this team as a possession team. So we're going to give up a lot of possession, and I'm expecting that. I think what England are looking at and what Tuchel has done in the past, I think England are going to be looking at counter-attacking style. Maybe it works. If it wins England the World Cup, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. We're lifting that at the end of the tournament. I don't care. As I said, I want to see England win something in my life. That's what, you know. Dean, France are the only ones I feel could beat us, but they look bad. They lost to Ivory Coast the other day at home. One thing I think about France, right? I think France are a bunch of individuals. What England need to understand, what England need to realize, and they need to think about this, and they need to use it. They're the ones who were in the European final against Spain last time. They were the ones. They were the ones in the European final in 2022. They were in the final, right? They played more difficult teams than France, you know, and stuff like that. England, the problem of England, I think it's mentally. They think, oh, we're playing France, or we're playing Brazil, or we're playing Argentina, or we're playing, you know, Spain. You know, we get this thing in our head that, you know, it's we can't win. I think if we can get rid of that, I think we'll be all right. And I think it'd be ironic, you know. I'll tell you a story, and this is a true story, guys. About 15 years ago, so I was watching England. England got knocked out. I can't remember who they got knocked out by. I think it was the World Cup in 2014 when we lost to Germany. It might have been anyway, but someone came up to me and said, "You know England, right?" He said, England will win the World Cup, but you know what? It'd probably be with a German manager. That's what he said, right? And he said, it will probably be with the German manager. And I said, nah. I said, no chance, mate. You're joking. No, who? You never know. You never know. We can live in hope, can't we? Here come Belgium. Belgium looking to equalize. Good chance here. Massive chance. Oh, he couldn't get it out of. He couldn't dig it out of his foot. I think it was De Bruyne couldn't dig it out of his foot. But here come Belgium. Here come Egypt again. Egypt is clean through. He's clean through. It's a big chance now for Egypt. Salah. I think it's Salah. Is it? Is it? Oh, it's a poor finish. That looked like his arm is up. No, it's not. It's Zico. It was Zico. It was a big chance for Egypt. Another big chance for Egypt. Two of the biggest chances of the game are come from Egypt. It could be 2-0 to Egypt, but they're not taking their chances here. And you know the old cliche about not taking your chances, don't you? You need to take your chances. Definitely, you need to. You can't keep missing these gilt-edged chances. These are very, very big chances, guys. Massive chances. You know, you can't keep missing these. Definitely not. We got about half an hour to go. Hull is what we need. Hull is a good player. I don't know why we've left them at home. But we got O'Reilly, I think, is a very good player as well. My day's been good, bro. My day's been good. What have I done today? Nothing much. I've been working. Obviously, done the watchalongs, doing watchalongs, done obviously my morning stream. Just been keeping busy. Here come Belgium. He's diving there, trying to get a penalty. Stop diving, Doku. Doku, you're overrated, mate. You're overrated. You're a glorified Aaron Lennon. That's what you are. Yeah, just come on, mate. Can't dive like that. That's the theatrical, mate. Typical Man City player. Yeah, my day's been good, Dino. How's your day been? I've just been busy, just been working, mate. Obviously, getting things settled, getting things prepared. It's almost the end of the year where I am. It's almost the end of the term, so yeah, just been getting prepared for the new year. Going to Italy in about 3 weeks. I'll be doing some watch-alongs over there again. See the in-laws. It's good to see you, Dino. Legend, of course. Yeah, off to see the in-laws. Corner for Ngoy's up there for Belgium. Belgium can take De Bruyne is taking a corner. Floated in. Headed away. Shot. Great shot. Oh, that was close for Tillmans. Tillmans came very close there. I thought that was going in the back of the net for a second there. That was a very, very good strike from Tillmans. He's very good from that sort of distance as well. Smashed it there. Woof. If that was on target, I think that's going in. I really do. If that was on target, it was a good strike. Bit too clean, maybe. Maybe the strike was a little bit too clean. But that was a very good strike from Tillmans. It was almost 1-1. But guys, look, I couldn't believe it. I mean, Beef Bully told me this will be Egypt's first win in the World Cup. First win in the World Cup. We saw the first point for Cape Verde in any tournament, and we could see a first win for the World Cup for Egypt. But here's a good strike from De Bruyne, straight at the goalkeeper. He was unmarked there. De Bruyne, was a big chance for him. Shabir has saved it again for Egypt. Egypt have got to start being calm and composed. I know it's hard. I know it's nerve-wracking, but they've got to be calm and composed. They've got to be like Cape Verde. Got to be like, who would have thought? They've got to be like Cape Verde. You know, they really do. They have to be calm and composed. And take the opportunity when they get an opportunity. Take it. You know, take opportunity if you can. Spain were terrible earlier. I think Dean, you know what people have learned now? I think if anything came out of that game, what I've learned is that, you know, I think they've shown people how to play against Spain, because I actually feel, right, if it was another team who played Spain like that, I think they would have beat Spain in the end on a counter attack. I do. I think they would have beaten Spain. Here come Belgium though. Belgium on the Doku on the right. De Bruyne crosses it in. Good cross. Straight at Shabir. Shabir's got the ball. They've got to look to getting it out. It's a foul on the goalkeeper. He played for that, didn't he, Shabir? He played for that. I saw that one from a mile away. He was going to play for that one. Yeah, he played for that one, Shabir. Dean, Spain would definitely have lost to virtually anyone else tonight, same as Germany yesterday. Though I know they scored 7, but didn't look great. Yeah, look, you know, football is decided on moments in games, isn't it? You know, if someone was playing Germany yesterday, like for example England or something, and England scored, I don't think Germany would have won. I think England would have won. I don't think you can analyze teams based on games like that, because anyone could beat Curacao 7-0 and stuff like that, you know. Anyway, here is good strike. 2. Oh, it was almost 2-0. It's Mamouche. It took a deflection. It took a deflection. But yeah. I don't judge teams who beat teams 7, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Because I mean, what would you compare Curacao to? What team in English football would you compare them to? I actually compared them to a National League team, and that's being disservice to some National League teams. Pierre Saga is the 3-year contract to be the new manager of Crystal Palace. By the way, just a little bit of news coming in. Signed a 3-year contract for Palace. Egypt again getting in there, getting in dangerous position. 25 minutes to go. And here come Belgium. Is Tielemans. Like I said, my opinion about Belgium. Belgium have been extremely overhyped. Extremely overhyped over the last, I say, 10 years. And I think their players are extremely overrated. I'm being honest. And when I look now, Lukaku coming on the pitch, right? I look at Belgium and I look at Lukaku. I see De Bruyne. I see Witsel. I see Meunier. I see all these players in that team who are just past it. Courtois, past it, you know. And I just feel like they're just so overrated. I really do. And here come though, but it is 1-1. I've said that, and it is Lukaku. There you go. I'm eating my words as we speak. It's Lukaku. He's made it 1-1. That was a poor defensive error from Egypt there. But Lukaku scoring a tap-in. Poacher's goal from Lukaku. Unbelievable. Right, still 1-1. Egypt might not get their first win in the World Cup. I think Egypt went back too much. I think they went too defensive there. Unbelievable. Went too defensive. And that's what you get, Egypt, when you don't take your opportunities. That's what happens. If you don't take your opportunities, it's onside. If you don't take your opportunities, these things happen. Yeah, they got scared of Lukaku there. They should have just clogged in him. Is that an own goal? It looks more like an own goal than anything. Look like more of an own goal. Yeah, it is an own goal. It is an own goal. Yeah, it's a tough one on the defender, but it is an own goal. Sam, Eden Hazard could have gone Manchester United, but Chelsea. If he went to Manchester United, he would have been he would have been a legend, mate. It's a bit like Gaza when he went to Spurs, isn't it? Yeah. If he went to Man United, I think under Alex Ferguson, like a lot of, I mean, Alex Ferguson would have worked magic with these players. Imagine Gaza under Alex Ferguson. Imagine what would have happened. You know, imagine what would have happened if Gascoigne didn't get that. You know what happened with it, innit? Gaza was about to sign for Man United, and I think it was Terry Venables or one of them ones who Alan Sugar rang up Gaza and said, "We're going to give you a house, and we're going to give you this car and a cupboard or whatever they said." And he got twanged by that. You know, I think going to Spurs ruined Gaza's career, ruined him. It ruined him. The wrong club to go to. Most clown banter club there is. Didn't exactly get him legally. No, they don't. No. Speaking of legal, shouldn't. Yeah, this break for hydration is basically just a ploy for money for adverts, and they're proving it. I'm watching it on Italian TV, guys, right? And when the hydration break occurs, there's adverts. So that was the whole plan, really, wasn't it? That was the whole plan, and it's getting on my nerves because it adds on time. It's late. It adds on time on the game. Too much time. You know, it's a bit of a just woke nonsense. Honest to God, honestly, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Anyway, we're waiting for the game to start. It'd be nice if the game did start and stuff, of course. Um, Beef Bully, you got to learn to spell, my friend. I can't read your messages, mate. I cannot read that. I need a degree to read your messages, literally. I need a degree to read your messages. In Italy there's ads, Dino, but I'm watching it on Italian TV. There's ads. Um, I think that was the plan anyway. I think the plan was to have ads and stuff like that. I think that was the plan to have ads. Let's go anyway. Um, are Egypt going to make a change? They are. Shaw's come off. I think Shaw's been really good. Obviously, he runs a lot during the game. He always goes off because he runs a lot during the game. Um, it's a defensive substitution. It's Rabia. It's a defensive change. Are they shoring up a little bit, Egypt? Are they going to be playing three at the back? Are they going to be shoring up the defense a little bit? 20 minutes to go. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if I would have took of a Shaw, but yeah, they might be doing that. They might be content with the point here. I mean, I actually think Egypt can win this game. I do. I don't see anything in Belgium. I did say it'd be 2-1 to Belgium, though. Let's not forget that'd be two. That'd be a two games. Was it 2 games in 2 days? I've got right. If I say it's 2-1 to Belgium, if Belgium win 2-1, but I did say 2-2 yesterday between Holland and Japan. Didn't predict the Cape Verde game. I mean to draw against Spain, that was an incredible result. You know, that was an incredible result. To draw against Spain. Here come Belgium from the midfield, looking to take the lead. Here comes, there's a big chance for Belgium here. It's cut in, it's a shot. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper, Shabir. That was a good strike there. A good link up there between Trossard. That was good link up play. Was it Trossard and Munia there? The great play between the two. Good play. Belgium have been a little bit better here. I didn't think the substitution was necessary for Egypt. I think they've gone defensive too early. I may be wrong. No, I think they've gone defensive way too early, guys. In my opinion. You know, I mean, I know the number 5 there, and I know that player. I think that player caused a problem the last AFCON. I think he gave away a penalty or something. If I remember correctly, I think he gave away a penalty or some nonsense like that, or something like that. You know. But here come Belgium. Belgium have been attacking quite well this second half. They've had a good spell of play. Egypt haven't really, since the couple of chances they had in this half, they haven't really done anything, and they sat back too much. It's a free kick to Belgium. No, it's a free kick to Egypt. Munia gives away the free kick. He gives away the free kick there, Munia. Egypt are making another change. The number 25 looks like he's coming on for Egypt. So the defender who came on for Egypt was Rami Rabia, of course, is an experienced defender. And next coming on, it looks like the number 25, Zizo, the attacking player, is coming on. So they're bringing on another attacking player, Zizo, who plays for Al Ali in Egypt. He is coming on for Egypt now, Zizo. Yeah, they need a fresh approach. Maybe Salah. Salah's done nothing. Again, what's Salah done? Salah's gone missing the whole game. Hasn't done anything. Free kick to Egypt. I really think they should go for their first win in the tournament. I think that will give them a boost, because if they've never won a game in a World Cup, the Kwaipa is giving away the free kick. Never winning a game in a World Cup is crazy, really, isn't it? When you think who has won World Cup games, at least one game. Maxime de Kwaipa has got a yellow card for Belgium. Hamza Abdul Karim, yeah, good young player coming on. The number 9 as well. Aziz is coming on. Good to see Abdul Karim coming on. They need that little fresh blood there. They do. I think sometimes Egypt can become too predictable. Salah's coming off another stinking performance from Salah today. Nothing amazing. In and out of the game. It's his birthday today. Yeah, nothing in regards to that. Nothing in regards to anything amazing from Salah today. An average performance. A bit like he's been playing all season, really. He's been playing like that. Thank you, everyone, guys. Don't forget, smash a like on the video. If you guys can do that for me, it'd be fantastic. If you can do that for me, that'd be brilliant. Thank you, everyone who continues to support the channel and stuff. No simulated videos. We are live. We are live every time we go online, guys. That's how we do things on Stretford Post. You know, we're here live. Long kick. Kicked away. Goal kick. Goal back to the goalkeeper. Can Egypt do something miraculous? Can they win this game? Can they win it? I mean, you never know. They've got a couple of new faces on the pitch. It's a long ball. It's a little bit too long for Egypt. We got about 14 minutes to go of the game, plus injury time. It's going to be over 5 minutes probably because of the break and obviously stoppages in in the hydration side of things, of course. Belgium be looking at as well. This game's going to be different. Like teams like Iran and in New Zealand are not going to be easy to beat. Iran and New Zealand be looking at this game thinking it's an opportunity. That if this ends in a draw, whoever wins this game, is in pole position. But if this is a draw, it opens up the door for New Zealand and Iran to do something in this half. Oh, big space here for Belgium. Lukaku, good tackle. I think it was Ram. It was a good tackle. He's on the floor. He's back up. There's a good tackle there. That's what they need. Throwing their bodies on the line there. Really throwing their bodies on the line. It's good play. Belgium are continuing to attack though. Cross comes in. There you go. It's a poor cross from Tillmans. It was a poor cross from Tillmans, that. Yeah, big at everyone in the stream. Big at everyone supporting the channel. Thank you, everyone who's here. In and out of the stream, of course, but thank you. Really appreciate everyone who's here. It could be a historical match for Egypt. If they manage to get the win, it could be history. Here, look. Egypt on the attack on the left-hand side. They need to get players in the box, though. It's a chance. He shoots. He shouldn't shoot from there. I don't know what you're doing. What you're doing. You got to play it. There's people in the box. There's people on the wing. You got to pick out the man on the wing. Make it easier. Don't shoot from 40 bloody yards from that angle. It's going to be impossible, especially if you have that technique. Anyway, Egypt back on the prowl on the right-hand side. I mean, I think obviously they'll be content with that. Whoever wins the World Cup will be the best World Cup win due to the amount of teams in the tournament. Whoever wins the World Cup, it will be the best World Cup win ever due to the tournament. No, not really, Jay. I don't agree with that, mate. No. It's actually easier because you have more chance to play easier teams. No. Far from it, mate. The less teams you have, the more quality there is. Just because you got more teams. I mean, instead of playing like Italy in a semi-final, you're playing bloody Cape Verde and stuff like that. There's more chance to play easier teams. It won't, though. Look at the quality in this tour. It's poor. It's one of the poorest I've ever seen. Honestly, the quality is poor. I don't look at anyone and think, wow, like I did in past tournaments. There's always been one team that I looked at, I thought, what a team. Not this time. I don't think it'd be the best team, no, to win it. No, because the more teams in it, the more mediocrity you get. The more Curaçaos you get. Do you know what I mean? And teams like that. Before we had a scattering of rubbish, not rubbish, but average teams. Now we've got multiple rubbish teams. We've got multiple Panamas, It's like extend the Premier League to 24 teams. You're adding 4 extra poor teams in the league. Exactly, Dino. This is what it's you know what they say about quality over quantity. That's what it is. It's quality over quantity. It's like Roy Keane said. You can have all the good you can have all the teams in the tournament, all these new teams. It's fantastic, but can they compete? Verdi competed today, but Verdi are not going to go anywhere. We know that. They're defended for their lives, and they've done it. They've had their World Cup. That's it. But Spain will still qualify most likely. But teams like Curaçao, Panama, Paraguay, useless. Honest to God, useless. So the more teams who are in it, it doesn't necessarily it's more quality. It's actually you've got more chance of playing tut, basically. Easy teams. You know what I mean? And I'd much rather have a team of 20 teams or 30 teams, of quality, and then you can say that you're the world champions. Now, imagine there's a draw, right? And you end up playing Chance, great save on the keeper, Shabir. Belgium almost took the lead. That was their World Cup final, Dean. That's it. That's it. You know, they will never have another day like it. It's like putting loads of names into the hat, innit? You know, and you got more chance to pull out a decent a rubbish team than anything. You know, there's a final 32 here. This is the first time this is going to be in the last 32 in the history of the World Cup. You know, you have more. That's what I say. You have more chance to play rubbish teams. More rubbish teams will qualify. I mean, let's think about it now. Imagine New Zealand went through. Imagine what other teams? Imagine like Cape Verde went through. Imagine that, you know. Oh, almost. Imagine that. Then you got a chance to play those teams, and then you think about, no offense to Scotland, teams like that, you know, and 3 go into the final 32. 3 teams, 8 out of the 10 groups, isn't it? 8 out of the 10 groups, something like that, go through the 3rd place. Jay, Belgium have had much better second half. They're definitely a winning goal in this game. I think the best chances have come from Egypt, though. And the only way you could say they are the best World Cup champions is if they said that the 32 teams in the league taking part and no one else. If there is the 32 teams in the league taking part as no one else, yeah, as no, absolutely. I don't think it's fair that a team can play, you know, like Carousel, who they have to play, who they're playing in the World Cup qualifier. You know, then you've got teams like Italy who have to play proper teams to qualify. That's the thing. It's not like Carousel. I mean, you're taking away quality. I mean, I bet you a lot of people. Here come Egypt again. I bet you. Any team in Europe would have qualified from their group. Any. Wouldn't you much rather have Italy against Canada rather than, you know, or Italy against Germany than Carousel against Germany? You know what I mean? That's the thing. As in top 32, I mean, that would be more like it, Dino. Imagine they did that. Imagine they did that. That would be madness, wouldn't it, if that happened? Anyway, Belgium about to make a couple of changes here. De Bruyne is coming off. Doku has come off as well. Let me just see who's come on the pitch. The number 26 has come on the pitch. The number 26 for Belgium is Mateus. Is it Mateus Fernandes Pardo and Hans Vanaken? Looking forward to seeing Pardo and Vanaken. Obviously, Pardo has been linked to Manchester United a couple of times, so looking forward to seeing him. But here come Egypt, though. A lot of pace here. Playing a lot better since the substitutions, to be honest. Cross. Oh, it's a poor cross. It's a poor cross in the end. Are Curacao any better than San Marino? No, Dean. No. I said this earlier. Curacao not as good as San Marino. And what chance do you give San Marino qualifying from their group? 0, right? San Marino celebrates scoring a goal. And if they lose 10-1, they'll celebrate scoring a goal. I just don't think that's how you do it. Look at New Zealand, Dean. Who do they play? How can we have New Zealand and Australia in basically that's the whole of Australasia? Like, how can you have chance? Big miss from Lukaku. We've seen those before. How can you have Australia and New Zealand? Wait, is that fair? Don't know. So every single World Cup, we're going to get South Korea, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. They're all going to qualify because it's so easy to qualify. So easy. Where's China? You know? China. Where is China? I don't know. Russia, Italy, you know, Ireland, Republic of Ireland. Bloody Republic of Ireland was smashed, bloody Carousel 6-0. You know, what can you say? What that hasn't already been said, eh? You know, there's other teams, oh, Hungary, China. It comes from China. Yeah. Fernandes Pardo, Man United linked to him, of course. Be good to see how he does. Absolutely, Rajay. Would San Marino qualify? It's so poor this year. They probably wouldn't have done as bad as what they Germany. Germany probably would have beaten them the same, but they're about the level of Carousel. They probably would beat Carousel. Big up Dino. Big up, my friend. Got to laugh, innit? Got to laugh sometimes. Laugh, smile while you still have teeth, eh? Come on, guys. Smash the likes up. Big up everyone in the stream. More substitutions from Egypt. Very bold tactics Egypt are going for. They made a lot of substitutions in this game. Ibrahim Adel has come on. Hamdi Fati, as the defender, has come off. So it's basically a light for light kind of thing. Ibrahim Adel plays for Nordsjælland guys, just to let you guys know. He's actually a left winger, to be honest. Oh, he's going a penalty. He's claiming a penalty there. Egypt are not happy. Is it going to go to VAR? No, nothing given. Nothing given. No VAR. 64 teams. So in the World Cup, it's too many teams. 48 this World Cup. I've been really down this year, not smiled much, but that made me smile. Dean, if I can make you smile, my man, I'll try my best. Try and be happy, mate. It's difficult. I've had a difficult year. I think everyone goes through their stuff, in it, and you just have to try and be positive. Try and enjoy the small things. We'll laugh together. Don't worry. It gets difficult sometimes, doesn't it? I haven't seen my mum for 4 years. I've got to go and see her. I've got to go back to London very soon. I haven't seen her for 4 years. I've got to go back. Anyway, cross comes in. No, dummied, shot. Egypt looking the more likely here at the moment. Chance. Oh my goodness, he almost got on the end of it. That was close. That was close. That was very close. Dean, the first time I ever felt low in life, and I've had a lot of problems in my life, but yeah, laughing is always but yeah, mate. Let me just say, it's not always easy. It's not always easy. I could talk about all the cliches under the sun. I can talk about all the how to be positive, how to do this and how to do that. But until you experience it, it's difficult and it's not easy. I worked in a hospital for 6 years. Some of the things I've seen and stuff, and the depression and stuff, and what happens, and you just have to try and be, you have to try and plug on and you become strong because of it. But it's difficult for me to really say in it, because obviously they're just words, and stuff. It's feelings that people think. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy it. And you know what's gonna happen? England are gonna win the World Cup. That's gonna cheer you up. England are gonna win the World Cup. Bloody hell, yeah. 2 heart attacks, a stroke, and it didn't make me feel lower down at all. Wow. 2 heart attacks. How old are you, Dean? Jay, this is a great place to be, a great community. This channel, we all have a laugh and a banter here. Yeah, Jay, this is what it's all about. I'm not just one of them content creators who just want your clicks and likes. Dean, you were 14. My goodness me. Sorry about that, mate. That's awful. Do you mind me asking, what does it feel like to have a stroke? And how do you know? If you mind me asking. Well, you're strong. You've obviously got through it, Dino. You're a legend, mate, for getting through it. Absolute legend. You're an absolute legend, mate. Anyway, we got about, guys, it's 5 minutes of injury time. We're already 2 minutes into injury time now. Here come Belgium, though. Belgium on the attack. Good chance here for Belgium. He cuts in. No. Lukaku. He's like a bus. He won't turn quickly. And it's well cleared by Egypt in the end. 3 minutes to go. Well, I had my shirt when I was in theatre, so I didn't experience. Well, you're here to tell the tale, my man. There's nothing that can get past you now. You know, your body hasn't let you down, mate. You're still here. Belgium looking to win the game. Free kick. Did you hear about that person who put £1 million on Spain to beat Cape Verde? Did you hear about that? Exactly. Just got to get through it. Yeah, mate. No, that's not negative, Dean. It's human nature and it's human life, isn't it? You know, life, sometimes you're dealt certain cards in life that, are not fair, and, imagine being a Liverpool supporter, for example, I mean, but yeah, look, all seriousness, it's being a human being, isn't it? We all go through stuff, isn't it? And we will do, each and every one of us will do eventually, So you just got to try and enjoy it, mate. You just got to try and enjoy it and just try and enjoy the good things. Some people take it so seriously. To win 85K, I know. What a Wally. I mean, I hate people like that who've got... there's people out there who've got... Hold on. Oh, over the bar from Belgium there. It was close. There's people out there who haven't got a pot to piss in, right? And there's people out there blowing $1 million on a stupid bet. Honestly... Honestly, that's what I don't like. I mean, I can't stand it. People just throw away money like that. Could have gave me £1 million super chat. That would have been nice. I would have gave some back. I wouldn't have taken it all. You know what I mean? Look, guys, I'm prepared for the Hold on. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we've got 20 seconds of this game to go. It looks like it's going to be 1-1. I think Egypt would take that. I think that's a good score for Egypt. They would have expected to lose, obviously. But when they went 1-0 up, I did think that, they were a little bit... They missed a couple of big chances here to win the game. Maybe they missed opportunity. Full time. Egypt 1, Belgium 1. Great result for Egypt. Or is it? Could have they won the game, guys? Could have they won the game? But anyway, they'll be happy with that. They'll take that. Both teams will take that. It opens the door for New Zealand and Iran, should I say, to do something tomorrow morning. I mean, look, guys, massive game tomorrow now for both of them. One of them win, they're in the ascendancy. They're in the driving seat. Who would have thought? There you go. New Zealand or Iran in the next round. Dean, I had a £2 bet of pre-tournament on the first half goals. It lost tonight. I was... Trust me, I take care. What was I Pratt's him right? Yeah, it was a Pratt. It does serve him right. It's actually beef. Take care, brother. Take it easy, Dean. Legend, of course. And good to have you on here, my friend. Good to speak to you. And guys, I'll be off. I will be up tomorrow morning for the watch-along between New Zealand and Iran. Join me for that. Should be a good game. I will be live early in the morning, 4:55 a.m. I will be live, actually, my time. 1:55 a.m. your time in the UK. So I will be live then, guys. Thank you so much. It's finished. Belgium won. Egypt won. Good game. But the group is wide open now. The group is certainly wide open. Have a good evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal. This is Stretford Post, and I'll see you for the next game. Take it easy. Peace.